Their seat as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. Looking at Sacramento, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Celtics in Boston.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
Yeah, and it can be deflating when you leave all those points at the line. But it generally is a make-or-miss league.
And a wide-open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. That three off the mark. You know, Stan, there are so many things to like about Giannis Antetokounmpo's game. What sticks out most for you?
Well, look, I think, Kevin, most fans are going to say what sticks out is the obvious. His size and his athletic ability. But to me, what really stands out is the energy and intensity he brings on a nightly basis. As much or more than any star in this league, you can count on him every night to play as hard as anyone on the field. Well, look, I really appreciate how Franz Wagner does a little of everything. Along with plenty of scoring, he's a multi-dimensional player.
To Stan, you don't see a whole lot of players, 6'10", with the perimeter skills of a Franz Wagner.
Oh, you sure don't, Kevin. And not a guy with his size, strength, and skill. And he can create shots for himself. He can finish through contact. And he will also create shots for his teammates.
Murray scanning the floor. That one goes in.
And when he gets to the rim like that, it's almost impossible to take away options from Murray.
Nice shot by SGA.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
On the wing, Williams. It's stolen by Johnson. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Heat, another three.
And you have to know that's coming from Gilgeous-Alexander. He is not shy beyond the arc.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Wagner outside. Inside. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
That's too easy for Antetokounmpo. This D's going to have to push him further from the basket.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And SGA has got the ball here for Miami. Lets the three fly. Johnson outside. Pass to SGA. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the three. A shot by Johnson, no good. The Kings trailing. Wagner outside. Now, Giannis. Back to Wagner. Off target from three-point range. Here's SGA. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Outside, Jones. Back to SGA. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Wagner. Giannis with it. Now guarded by Ayton.
How do you even come up with something like that? Giannis is an artist.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, guys. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you, Kevin.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Miami. Where, no good. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Incredible range from Gilgeous-Alexander, making a tough shot look easy.
That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. SGA's got 11.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Wagner. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Ayton.
So much effort on the defensive side for DeAndre Ayton, owning the paint.
And it's Wagner missing. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Heat leading by 5. Johnson, a wide open look. Hands it from downtown.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse. Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Stuckey outside. The putback. Here's Dadier. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Second team foul.
5 seconds left in the first quarter. Johnson for 3. And so it's Miami with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shot.
The Kings, 15.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Miami?
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Pass to Thor. To the paint. Dadier shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Vassell. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. The Kings trail by 6 to the inside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Miles' turn.
And the game Bagley has reminds me a little bit of Chris Bosh. Lefty plays with force and passion.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh, and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Johnson surveying the floor. Nice move. He lays it in. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
If the opportunity presents itself, Murray will explode to the rim.
So they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. And the Kings making a change here. Here's Johnson. Still scoreless. Outside, SGA. Takes the three. Dead-eye shooting from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. To the middle. And Giannis throwing it down.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
And we've seen it more than once. DeJounte Murray has been traded for huge hauls.
And that shows you his worth in this league. Teams have been willing to give up a lot to get him. You don't see that kind of length and versatility everywhere.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target at the rim. Here's Jackson. Finish off the break. And now just a 5-point Miami lead.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Murray outside. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. From range, Giannis takes it.
Well, look, it's big trouble for the defense when Giannis is hitting the three-point shot. There is no stopping him.
And, Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 summer games in Barcelona. Impressive.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie Laforce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Back to you, Kevin.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Johnson gets the bucket.
Well, that's his third three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, what a save by Giannis. He should always be crashing the offensive glass like this.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
and they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Johnson attacking. Makes it off the glass. Johnson's got 14 points for the game.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Down low. Wagner.
Well, with his size and power, Wagner can seem unstoppable at the rim.
Back to Vassell. Puts one up from 19. Johnson in the corner. Clock is at 3. And it's Miami with another.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Giannis dunks it down.
Playing some bully ball inside. Giannis using his size and frame to get his finish.
Here's Johnson. From down in the low post, it goes. He's got 18.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
7 seconds left to play in the first half. Out to the right wing. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Miami Heat holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Back to the action in just a minute. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Antetokounmpo inside. And the shot goes in. Giannis has got the first basket of the second half here for the Kings. On the wing, Johnson. Can't cash in from close range.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Here's Wagner. It's hauled in by the Heat. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Miami shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
First team foul. Now at the line, Johnson.
And that one falls for Johnson. The Heat leading by 7. Williams with the steal. Back to Antetokounmpo. That one misses. Here's Miami now. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Pass to SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander on the bounce. And it's Wagner with the rebound. The Kings trail by 7. Well, at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Good cleanup there by Ayton, using his reach to get the rebound and finish the job.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Pass to Ayton. Now Johnson. Jones from outside. That shot, no good. Here's Wagner. He's defended by Ware. Back to Wagner. Williams looking over the floor. 4 on the clock. And it's Miami with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Count it.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Murray outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. Miami leading by 9. A floater. Taken away by Williams. On the wing, Jackson. Sacramento moving it around. Onto the Kumbo. No good. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is what we're used to seeing from SGA. The guy can just take over.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Some changes for Sacramento. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Johnson for three. Bangs home the trifecta. Johnson's got the lead up to 12 now for Miami.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Pass to Vassell. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Heat lead by 12. Here's Thor. Six to shoot. Latrey. The rebound by Champagnie. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Miami Heat. He had a nice open look right there. Vassell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Now a timeout called by
The team